Hi everybody, this is Kelly, also known on Twitter as Kellyann1977. It is 8:36 a.m. I started preparing this at about 7:45. This is a recipe I got online. This is a slow cooker. It's gonna be a meat stuffing when it's done. And it has parsley in it, thyme, oregano. It has a whole thing of celery. It has carrots, and it has 1.5 onion in it, along with vegetable stock, salt, pepper for flavor, fresh garlic. The vegetables were sauteed for about 15 minutes on the stove, and then everything was converted into here and an egg, or the recipe called for an egg beaten. And this will cook for 2 hours on low, and then I will rotate it and let it cook about another hour and a half, 2 hours, and it will be ready. While this is cooking, that gives me time to cut other vegetables up. I'm making a cheesy bean casserole that's going to take about an hour altogether. I have to pre-cook on the oven and then stick it, on the stove, and then stick it in the oven for 30 minutes for everything to melt properly. And I'm making a cheesy broccoli bake as well, but that only takes 30 minutes to make. It should be in the oven about 10 minutes. And then I have some other stuff. I'm using this for the green bean casserole. I couldn't find the cheddar cheese one that I like. Instead of milk, I use this. Comes out better and thicker, and then the French onions. This, with a couple other ingredients, is going to be for a no-bake coffee mug dessert. You combine most of the items, you stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then you add the rest to it, and it's a s'mores easy dessert to have after Thanksgiving that could be made anytime. The finger rolls, I'm going to make my own garlic bread sticks. We're also having some ham. It's just thawing. Along with that, corn and peas with sauteed onions. I forgot to, unfortunately, get the butter, so I have to try to make most of this without butter. I was going to make a cheese bite. It's a non-baked item, but I think I won't do that. I'm going to have salad with it. So all that stuff is in there for that. Potatoes are already done up, sour cream and chives, so I don't have to worry about, because we only have a certain amount of pans and pots. So with turkey gravy. And then what I'm putting into the stuffing, once it's done, that's when you add the meat stuffing to it. You pre-cook it by itself. Is spicy Italian sausage that's hot. And I don't get the links. I get the one that looks like regular ground beef. And it's easier to cook. And that pretty much will be our Thanksgiving dinner. And unfortunately, Oliver has passed today. He was very sick last night, we noticed. So I stayed up with him all night. I ended up going and laying down about 3 and got up at 10:30 and noticed he was not feeling well. I noticed about 3 weeks ago he was very thin. I mentioned in a couple of vlogs the past week. He started eating less and drinking more and being less active the past 3 weeks. We had him a year and a half, and he was about a year old when we got him. His breed should live 2 to 3 years, so that's the correct timeline for him. His sister that my mother adopted died about 6 months ago, so he lived a little bit longer. And he allowed me to touch him before I went to bed at 5:30. I got up at 7:15, and unfortunately he passed. So we will wait until after the winter holiday and then decide what furry little friend we want to get. We still have Peppy, of course. We've had her for 6 years now, and she's doing very well. And I also got Peppy, where did I put it, for Thanksgiving. I got Peppy this. It's a country stew. It has pieces of beef, peas, and carrots and potatoes in it. And this is going to be her Thanksgiving dinner. Not the whole thing, but half of it. And then she'll have the other half in a couple of days. We don't like to give her too much wet food. It's more of a snack than a meal. So I just wanted to do this quick vlog, show you what this looks like so far. I didn't know because I doubled up on the recipe. So I was like, should I put 4 cups of vegetable broth or 2? But when I went and I touched it after rotating it, I think it's perfect. I don't like my stuffing soggy, but I don't like it crispy either. Some people do. So I would show myself, but I really don't look good. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope everybody has a great day. Drive safe, and remember, Thanksgiving isn't about eating free good food. It's about spending time with your family and appreciating and celebrating what you have achieved in life. Bye, guys. Have a great Thanksgiving.